Hi everyone, we are back with another episode of
What Remains of Edith Finch.
So, in the last episode we managed to kill the baby. That was really sad, and the dad died as well, so that was really sad with the deer hunting. He wanted to teach his daughter something, but that really backfired.
Yeah, you don't kill a deer.
So yeah,
Make sure you go check out those episodes before you watch this one.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're gonna tackle the game again. So yeah, let's start.
Okay, so we're going to continue from here.
Okay, we are back. So we had to replay the gas thing. It didn't save last time. Okay, no, that's not where we're going.
Trash your... Oh,
It is on Swift.
sweet. Oh.
And the house duties.
Lost her. Wait, what is going on there?
They kind of
Nice phone.
formed it.
We have anybody else?
Dawn isn't living. I think maybe you can come out. I don't know. Maybe there. Not there. That's not a. Maybe through there.
Yeah, back
Okay.
on. So I'm not very fat. I'm just pregnant.
Yep, you are pregnant.
Who's the dad? I need to know.
It doesn't say. I think.
Did I just marry myself or what? Did I marry death? Because all my family seemed to die.
Yeah, maybe. Sam.
Sam died.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Yep.
I'm afraid of my dad. Wait, there was some more stuff.
Where?
I think there was like another corridor. Some stuff.
Yeah,
there.
maybe. Check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better.
I think
Instead
that-
of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Okay.
Aww.
Oh,
Hopefully
was
it's
that a
stuffed.
stuffed cat?
I think it's stuffed because obviously.
Oh, maybe something there. Kyle, can you go there?
Here.
Yeah. Okay.
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 Doesn't say anything. Just glows.
Not okay.
Not okay. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything unless.
Can you? I don't know. Maybe you can get out from there. Can you not go there? Can you go?
This way.
Yeah.
Me struggling in the game. Something here.
Kind of vents.
What is this?
Like an
It
extension
reminds me of
pipe.
Stranger Things, you know, those like snaky things.
Yeah. No, that's just like.
I've never seen
Nope.
them before. Is anything here? None.
But there's something
I mean,
else.
that's just Gregory's story, isn't it?
Can you?
Gregory
go there?
died.
Saving. Okay.
No, I
No.
swear I pressed like a button. and
Okay.
it did it. What's up there? Maybe I could climb up here.
Try one more time climbing up that thing.
Okay, sure.
Maybe.
I forgot how to enter.
Ah yes.
My mom moved up to the
Oh.
loft after her brothers died.
Aww. I mean, this isn't
At the
good for a
time,
pregnant
it was
woman.
as far away as she could get.
It's dangerous. Oh.
Oh, there's
Oh,
another.
that's nice. I knew there was something more.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh, so she's Dawn.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, because this is Dawn and Sanjay.
Okay.
And she met Sanjay, so that means
No,
she's
that
Dawn.
story. Okay.
Dad.
Okay.
Her dad.
There we go. There is
Okay.
something.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Yeah.
Okay. That's nice. Or whatever.
I want to sleep here. It's quite cool here.
Ah, yeah. You can
Escape!
touch it.
My
with
mom
your-
moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Okay. Does not want me to get out.
I think you can. You just have to push yourself through. There we go.
Okay. It likes me. Are you sure I'm not gonna die like
When
all
my dad
other
died,
family?
I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
So,
Milton.
Edith, Milton, and Lewis.
Ooh.
Is that me?
Could you imagine living in a house like that?
Yeah, it's too big for me.
Not like if you have like.
The house
lots of
had to be a
siblings.
little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
So they always do like extensions.
Yeah, she's like
And
the
for a
next
while,
family of
Things were
death.
good. Almost normal.
Classroom, no?
Yeah, because she used to
But
be
it
an
didn't
English
last.
teacher.
What did we last?
Did she die of death?
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
A castle?
That's the castle.
Castle or castle? I need a...
Milton. They still believe he's alive.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Do I need to get in somehow?
Yeah, I think this way is closed. You have to go around. Yep. You got it.
Oh. Is that? Okay, that's just paint. I'm gonna have a look around. It's quite cool here. I'd love to be in here. Like, have my own, like...
That'll be a cool house, no?
Yeah, it's like such a cool house. You can have, like, any room.
Oh, you're going up, you're going up.
Am I?
Milton.
I thought it was Lewis that they still thought. Oh, it was so
Milton
weird.
Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh, okay. It's a flip book. So cool. How long is this? It's like forever. I have to keep holding the controller. One day I will let go.
Oh, that's it. He went inside the...
You wanna
There's a separate game apparently about Milton.
just Milton, nobody
Yeah, yeah.
else.
I was 4 when Milton
From the
disappeared.
same company that made this game. It's called Unfinished Swan.
Oh. Oh, you can go. Can you go more?
I think that's it.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
She sealed the doors, but I can still get in. Wahaha, betrayed.
Yep.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
I think
mess
go
up.
there? No. I don't remember. Is it raining now? It's like really cloudy. Oh no, you can't go there.
It's blocked.
I wonder where is that, no?
What, Dad?
Ah, you can go on the side.
What, where?
If you go there, no, go straight through that little bridge or whatever that is, and then you go to the left, to the left.
Red. Did
No,
we-
you
no,
came-
okay.
yeah.
We came.
I wouldn't go there. That looks like wonky. That's
Mom
something it's gonna
definitely
fall down
blamed Edie, but
any minute.
I think Lewis blamed himself.
There's a
After he
boat,
graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room
obviously.
until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Oh.
Lewis.
Everyone always
Oh,
told me
what
to stay out of
happened?
Lewis's room, except Lewis.
I wonder if she knows him.
Yeah, she knows him.
Oh God, I thought I was falling.
Yeah, don't go there. Doesn't go. I think you have to go on the side here and climb the little
I thought I
ladder.
was falling, but I
But who
just...
put that boat there, by the way?
Where?
There's a boat. You're going on a boat. You are standing on a boat at the moment.
I think it looks cool.
I know it's cool. Can you imagine having...
I know it's cool. I think it just looks like a cool extension.
I think you can go through the front window, no?
This window.
There was
eh?
like a little... Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay. Thank you for pointing these things out for me.
No problemo.
Oh, we have to go in.
Yep.
Oh, if his ghost is in here and it comes and pops out and kills me,
Alright, sorry guys, we had to replay the whole thing, half of the thing I guess again. We had some technical difficulties. Our sound just went down and we didn't know what's going on, but now it's all sorted,
Mrs.
so yeah,
Finch,
we're starting again.
As Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed
now you have the hang of it,
his
yeah?
daily life.
yay. Slide, chop. Slide,
He kept working
chop.
at the cannery,
Slide. She shouldn't have worked at the cannery.
but he withdrew part of
You remember at the
Fish
beginning
is
they had
In our sessions, I
when
saw
you
the
went
same
to the
behavior.
kitchen, they had a lot of like tuna cans there.
His mind began to wonder. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about, then something moved.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Bats and toads.
I really mastered it now.
And things that have not names.
things that have not
He knew
names.
it was all in his head,
Oh. Ew, it's
but he took it very
disgusting.
seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
Oh, okay, here.
Like the more he does it, no, the more
But he
the
found
real
something
reality disappears.
I worried about him then,
Yeah, you can see like it's
daydreaming
golden
at the cannery.
clouding.
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
Yep.
Imagine if that cut his hand. That would be painful.
Like a whole new Lewis.
Yeah. Feels
So I
Really
let him
good.
go on.
a whole new world.
Just him.
You've encouraged
It seemed
him
very
to
promising
daydream.
at first.
Yep, she did, didn't she?
It's not
See
good.
that the cloud is
He
getting
told me
bigger.
he'd made a new
you
friend.
can see that. Hi. Oh, like they say,
On the edge
dog
of a
is
city
man's
he
best
named
friend.
Lewis Topia.
Yes.
I'm not getting the hang of it right now.
Lewis Topia.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
with his mind.
Then he made musicians.
Meh. Please don't get out. You just whacked me.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something.
Something.
Every day his
I
imagination
wanted
grew
to come, but
stronger.
I didn't.
What do you mean you wanted to come?
Hum, like hum.
Oh, hum.
He no longer spoke at the cannery,
He just hummed.
but his
Didn't hum
chopping was as
anymore.
reliable as ever.
Chopping.
Then one
Chopping
day
like
it
chop,
struck
chop.
him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination,
Sorry, buddy. Sorry
so he
about
could
that.
do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Yeah, I'm getting distracted by
They
this.
begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Chop the fish, chop the fish. Chop, 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 chop the fish.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Louisville.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
You can see the clouds are growing.
Yep.
Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Minneapolis.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
She explains it so well.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Handsome queen. 1 second.
handsome queen.
Handsome queen. Handsome queen and beautiful
Looks like
prince.
she has a mustache.
Oh, that's mean.
No, it's finger.
She looks like Aladdin.
Yeah.
Not Aladdin, Jasmine.
The queen was on
Aladdin.
her own quest for
Sinister serpents. We're going sinister serpents.
Sinister
I
serpents.
don't know if you go between the serpents,
I think so.
you get like an extra point or like an achievement.
I don't think. Oh,
Are you gonna get it? Yes, you destroy this.
I destroyed the serpent.
I'm not sure that you get an achievement or not.
I don't think so.
He followed the sound of her
Silver harp. Sounds nice.
silver harp.
It's weird, like the fact that she just goes like off, like she just stops for your answer. Oh, I missed. I'm so bad at this game.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
West of the moon.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Completely emerged now.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Wait.
Okay, that's a lot of fish. That is one big dress.
Yep.
But he was so proud of having created it.
Ciao.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Was greater than a king.
I don't know.
Two kings. Maybe chop him.
What do you mean chop him?
Chop
No, it wouldn't let me because the screen
Someone
moves
who'd
in
never
there.
known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Oh, my arm's gone all weird. Wait, what's happened? All I can see is fish.
Oh, glitch.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
Wait, how did he tell you if he just
It was hard to
experienced
argue
this?
with him.
Where am I
I
going?
think you have to go for a little door.
Okay, I'll go through that little door. Oh. Right, I can't cut anymore.
Wait.
Oh, I've turned into the real person now. Yep, this guy's pregnant.
Nope. So that's after he finishes shift. That must be his thingy.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Finch. Finch! Where do we go? Do we go upstairs? Maybe they can take us up. Oh. Wait.
I still thought I could save him.
Escalator to death.
Oh, this is taking a while.
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Oh,
The palace would be packed with his companions.
thank you. Thank you.
Okay, here we go.
Including
guys
the
don't have
wise
faces.
Caliban who'd insisted on
funny.
advising me.
Please don't hit me.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
No, I don't want to do this.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Oh,
His imagination killed him.
yeah.
Oh.
He imagined that will be
My brother was
crowned
really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Oh. Oh, there's something
Lewis
there.
and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Okay, I thought you meant in real life. What's...
I think on the right. No,
No, I don't want to go here. No. Here.
it's a nice view though. I have to go back.
Oh, is it here?
On the left. That is not left. You didn't see that little dot?
Huh.
Go left, up.
Oh, okay. Thank you, I don't know my left and right. Maybe, I have to go up.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
She want to make it easier.
I wish
I
we'd
just don't know
stayed.
how. Stayed where?
But I understand why we left.
Oh,
The bubble wrap.
oh yeah, that's nice. Is there anything here? No.
There's even more rooms here.
Yeah, this house is general.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
There's
What happened that
another
night had been coming for a long time.
That's
Maybe
it.
I
No,
should have
there's a
come
little bit
sooner.
more.
The baby?
No, like leaving. Oh, there's even more.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
What happened last night? Is she gonna die too?
It's her room.
Oh. Right.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Well, let's just follow the light, because...
Yep.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sailed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Who's this?
It
Grandma.
was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
The lowest?
God, it smelled awful. You know,
Means the water
I've
went
seen
back.
that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Okay.
Oh, just keep on going.
You know, I've lost my way.
I got turned around.
Okay. This is dizzy.
For a while, I wondered.
Yep.
I started seeing things.
Follow that deer.
Okay, I trust you, but I don't know if I should.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Go there, like. Follow the writing always.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Oh,
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
no,
I never
Mom,
saw
I
Great
hate
Grandma
you.
Edie again.
No, wait.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
I'm a
We both
puke.
tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
How'd you blow it?
And just move it around. Back and forth? No? This way or this way?
Can't do that.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot.
Oh,
The rest happened pretty quickly.
yeah, it's done.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
I have to swim towards it.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Am I the baby? No wonder why it's vibrating so fast. Oh, okay, we're going down.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Why did she die?
When she gave birth to him.
Oh. Ah. Wait, is that their house?
Yep.
Doesn't look like. Okay. Aw.
Finish. That's all. Alright everyone, so we finished the game. So what did you think about the game?
That was sad.
It was really sad, no? Ah, we got some achievement, but I don't know what was it. So, but in general, what did you...
I really liked it.
It was sad at the end, not that she died, the main storyteller. So I don't really know what happened in this game. Is there a curse on them, or they're gonna die? And I'm worried about the kid that's just been born and he's gonna die quickly as well.
Because he doesn't have anybody, does he?
No, not really, no.
Because, I mean, maybe he has the father, but there's probably a reason why she came back.
Yeah, there must be a father. Yeah, there must be a father. Doesn't say anything about the father. So if there's a father, I'm sure there is, but I don't know if he knows about him. But not everybody died early, no? Because, for example, her grandma didn't die. She was old and everything, and didn't die.
How do you know she didn't? What, she didn't?
I mean, she was old, so she was one of the Flinches. No, at the very end, she was like a grandma, so
Yeah.
she lived all day. I mean, all her life there, and
Yeah,
she
but
died.
she like disappeared eventually.
Yeah, but she was
But
like
something
old.
like
but
a disaster must have struck. But I think if you get out the house, maybe it's the house that's the curse. We'll never know.
You never know. You never really know at the end, no?
Yeah.
Alright, thank you very much for watching. We don't know what we're gonna play next, we're gonna discuss. So if you do have suggestions about next videos, leave the comments below. And if you liked the video, please do like or even...
Subscribe.
Yeah, one more time, thank you for watching. Bye!